Is the Browns' running game maybe a key from them being, if they get that running game back to, um, say, league average, does that move them from being a 3-4-5 win team to a 7-8 win team, do you think?
I could not agree more, and here's why. Because when you run the football, you shorten the game. You shorten the game, you rely on your defense a little bit more. So what the offense has to do, besides running the football, they have to protect the football and not turn it over, which has been a problem for Flacco. And so he's got to make sure if he's the guy, whoever guy, you got to protect the football. That means sometimes on 3rd and long, instead of throwing the ball like everybody likes to do, maybe you run the ball, punt it, make that team go 80 yards. But if you can run the ball, win first down, get the league average, and you're at 2nd and 6 or around 2nd and 6, that means you get to dictate what you call. You could call pass or run on 2nd down, which makes the defense play honest. And most turnover, I won't say most, but a lot of turnovers happen when you get in that 3rd down, when you get exotic blitzes and exotic coverages. If you can win first down, the defense will have to play true. You'll get a look that 2 high hats, 1 high hat, not exotic. Yeah, if they can run the football, that they will be in a lot of games because of that defense. So if they're successful and they get to the league average, I will not be hesitant to say they can get 7 to 9 wins. I really won't.
And the flip side of that is I understand there's a lot of question marks on offense without you've got your top 2 running backs are probably the rookies, then you got Jerome Ford. After Jerry Jeudy, there's a lot of questions. Can this line, which is a little older, can they get back to what they were a couple of years ago? Those are all legitimate questions.
Well, and here's how I would look at it if I'm a coach, right? So as a coach, we always try to stay in that lane of what can we do well and what is our identity. Well, they're going back to it, right? So you don't draft a receiver, but you draft Harold Fannin, who gives you 12 personnel. You have an elite other tight end. So now you can create personnel. You can dictate what the defense does. The offensive line will be better because, like I said earlier, they're going back to what they do really well. I think Tillman physically, seeing him last week at OTAs, physically he has all the gifts. He's just got to stay healthy. I thought he turned the corner a little bit before his concussion issues. So now you have Tillman on one side, Jeudy on the other. You're in 12 personnel with Fannin. Now you have Njoku. You have these 2 really young running backs. They have an offensive line who's now blocking weak side zone, counter, and power, which is what they do well. You have an elite defense that has to create some turnovers. If they can do that, now all of a sudden you're in the games in the 4th quarter and you can sneak out some of these wins. I don't think I say without hesitation, if they can run the football and play defense like they did a couple years ago, they'll be in some games and they will shock some people. That's how close the talent level is in the NFL. They just have to get back to their identity of being tough up front and controlling a line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.